Hello, how you doing? I'm coming
Do you
on high.
want to put some bass in your voice, sir?
No, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Hi guys,
Hello.
welcome back.
It's good to see you.
Great to be here, Rich.
Predictions for this
Dr.
one? Is it
Hugo, I
going to
like
be
that
easy for
voice.
Spirit, guys?
Yes, I would think so. They already took down Bait earlier on. That was brutal. It was full donking time. He was just running around.
All right.
He absolutely owned it.
It is donking time, guys. Get donking.
Time to get our donk on. Team Spirit versus Passion UA, and it's a BO1 to see if Spirit can keep it clean here in the EU RMR Group B. Passion UA just looking for anything at this point, I'd say, Harry. If they upset, that would be generational for players who, for the most part, 4 out of 5, have never even played LAN up until this point. Literally one LAN match. And then beating VP earlier on today. While it would be glorious, it's not realistic.
All right, we're laying it on pretty thick. This is, this is one of the maps where Spirit have lost to some underdogs throughout the year.
Okay.
They had losses to MIBR and 3D Max on this map in EPL. Also fell down to the Mongols here, if you remember, back at Cologne.
Oh,
but, Mongols on a bit of a rise. And I still think those teams would be considered, a tier above Passion UA.
once Magic's plays, this is over. He's got a backstab. He's just not hurrying it. They're chasing CT kills. And Magic's taking his sweet time here on this flank. Should be enough. Nice shot for Jambo. But there's still one player to worry about. Shiro, and the sight overwhelms him. And Magic's, he could have just peeked and taken 2 kills at any point. They never considered him after Jambo missed that clear.
Who was in this room today?
Why?
I know, this wild... They change the audio every day to be something wildly different.
Jackie and Vince.
Ah, that's why. Okay. They like it very quiet. I'll say that much.
You're a deaf guy, Harry, so, I understand it.
But I ain't greased up yet.
Gotta...
Yet being the operative word.
Yeah, gotta give it a couple of rounds for that first. I want to see if Passion UA come in with some exciting ideas, some gimmicks maybe. Blair mentioned the maps played for this team. 352 this year. That's crazy. That's a lot of practice, a lot of gameplay. So they're going to have ideas. There's no doubt about it. I think in a game like this, a lot of it is going to come down to how strong Spirit's individuals are. Some great D shots coming in and water, and it's a 1v2, but the flank is in. And Spirit, a bit of damage done, but they take that second round.
How many matches was that? Huge?
I'm going off of recall here, which can never be trusted, but I think he said 352. That sounds about right. This year.
How many days in a year?
356, I'm going to go with.
Yeah, we're not at the end of the year yet,
No,
so that's over 1 game a day. That's crazy.
That's a lot of games. They're one of the grinding teams, right? They've got a lot of experience online. Must be very cool to be able to play some of the best teams in the world right now for some of your first LAN games of your whole career. Mid push, denied. Peace.
Do you reckon the S is silent in S Chiller?
Or I would have gone with Schiller.
Or Schiller? It's a shame his name isn't Chin. Because then we could say Chinchilla.
You can save that for later. Bit of a line, maybe. How the hell did Shiro get 2?
Don't know.
It just lined up. That's by accident. Okay. Interesting. Bomb is still late here. Chopper's gone back to pick it up. Is he going middle? He's checking for the push right now. Meanwhile, both his teammates separated. Magic's prying onto B. Jambo is here. Could call him the most experienced player on this roster, Harry.
Done well to deal with Chopper as Jambo. Oh, okay. spam exchanged, and Magix finds him nice and cleanly, managing to get across with the bomb as well. Zero Fix started the day off very strong in that VP matchup.
Yeah.
But a 1v2 laid out ahead of him. Trade potential here is high between these last remaining players. Zero Fix, though, means business. Damn, he had no right to win that. That's a crazy transfer and a gnarly 1v2 to find the first for Passion UA.
Very impressive transfer. Yeah, second lowest rated player for this team in the last 3 months, but wouldn't show it. Not today. Had a monster map, like you mentioned, against VP earlier on. 27 and 19, a 1.39 for this young 17-year-old, and he's not letting the nerves get to him on LAN. And there are equivalences to be drawn between these two teams, right? In that sense, right? Donk just being very young, coming up to tier 1, not being scared, playing confident, playing how he always would in his bedroom. So if Passion can harness some bravado, some intensity, that could certainly make this game a little interesting. Spirit, storm through the smoke. There's a bit of a window open, but Jambo's going to close it. Yeah, he's not ready for that.
Wide old swing in mid, and that's exactly what Donk wanted. Casmo going to get run at as well. Magic's back 10 is gnarly right now. Schiller over in main gets out, but he's low on health, and the site's already been given up here, so for Passion UA, this might just have to be a save.
I think you're going to see a lot of these rounds on CT side where you lose a couple of kills, and just because you know who you're up against, and you know the likelihood of winning these crazy man-down rounds that maybe you would against lesser opposition, you've got to respect your opponent, and you've got to play the money, so giving it up is the right call in this position. Bait, they got one round earlier. A team with way more experience than Passion. They've actually had some recent lands as a roster. And that's a crazy thing. It's not even like as a team, you say like, oh, as a team, they haven't had much LAN experience. No, as individuals, they haven't had any LAN experience. Only Fear, the most experienced player of this team, in that Na'Vi, come up, play a few games. But otherwise, these guys literally haven't been to
looking at Fear, like the thing that is kind of cool is, he's from like the time of the Academy League where a lot of those players have gone on to kind of join bigger projects. Obviously, the Mouse guys spring to mind. Back when they were NXT, he was a part of those seasons. I think he started back in season 2, I want to say, with Na'Vi Jr. You've seen him play with some very notable names. A guy that you might have heard of called Monesi.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Yeah, he was on the same team as Fear. Head Trick was there as well.
Both those players in this group as well.
Yeah. Then, made a return in season 4. At that point, he played with guys like MPL, Head Trick.
Both on Bates, also in this group.
Names that, are out there.
It's cool.
And during that time, it was also when Spirit Academy were there. We all know who was on that team, Zontix and Donk. He also got to play alongside Flamey during his time in Na'Vi Junior. If you remember, Flamey went back there after kind of having his time out of the main Na'Vi team. So maybe not one of the guys who stood out as much as some of the other names, but someone who was a part of it, and I think, still actually showed some very good matches. We covered a lot of those, Hugo.
Yeah. Well, Donk says hello, greets him with a nice little entry into the B site. That spam is perfect. I think they caught him on the radar with that break of the smoke, and Donk follows up deep as Passion UA lose everyone in that B bomb site. That was a 4-man setup, and they just get rifled through. Shilling now, but not a penny to show for this. Passion just trying to save one gun. And Chopper not looking generous right now, hunting A main. Spirit, T-side Anubis is just a fantastic place to start. You mentioned, some upset potential or not even potential, but history on this map rather. I think them starting T-side does remove a lot of those woes.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Oh, dear. As soon as you get one kill, you just know they're running for you. All of Spirit were walking around the map. All right, Jambo's AWP out. Star of the show. Got to show it now in this rifle round. I was going to say first rifle round, but it's not.
No. It's good,
First
though.
AWP.
You caught yourself.
Yeah. That's what it's all about, Harry. Don't think we're going to see much AWPing from Shiro on this T side. Playing very loose. Just trading out. Donk running up Con yet again. And a very preemptive smoke. They know what's coming.
Oh, Jambo. Tries to give him the Jambone on that peek in through mid. But it comes up short. Had the chance at the opening. And the AWP's actually going to keep floating around here. Oh, there it is, striking. Chopper out of the round all of a sudden. Spirit pretty split up here as they're trying to work up into a main. Zontix leading the charge there. Gonna see a lot of Zontix over here across this map. Meanwhile, Donk trying to apply some pressure through Dark in the meantime.
It's a fake, but Passion aren't buying it. It's nice to see them still keep two on this site, but it might not matter how many you've got. Fear playing safe, trying to bait Donk. It swings on his own. Donk can't double up, but surely his teammates can trade. Zero Fix finds two. Big hold. AWP fires off, removed as Magic's fakes. And a nice try for Passion UA, but this flank might seal the whole deal.
Yeah, the backstab from Shiro is huge. Just getting out with a kill there and then disappearing. Doesn't overstay his welcome. Picasmo battling forward, but 1 HP, 1 point of health. Oh, trades off onto the AWP. That actually has given him a fighting chance now. Gonna try get the bullet off, but Shiro able to withstand it.
Nice try.
No clutch today. It's Spirit in with a fifth.
Yeah, no way he wins that with the A1. No way, because he's going to dink him.
Exactly,
it's not going to do anything. Shiro
So he
will get one
knows
shot.
he needed to get out with the AWP to even have a chance. A cool head-to-head, but Shiro able to lock it in. I like how many times Donk and Fear have clashed here.
Yeah.
Might have started over in We Play Together. Now it's he play. It's just Donk out through Dark.
Yeah, the swing for Fear is a bit much. Like if he's,
Well, it was kind of meant to, it was in tandem with the backside player.
yeah, but the backside player, he should play off his contact, and when you know it's Donk, just swinging in, he's going to be ready. You can swing off a teammate instead. It allows Donk to isolate, and even though Zero gets 2 kills, Magic's was there to trade it out.
Started like thinking back to those academy days, and the thing that was wild to consider was that like Donk was a part of a 6-man lineup for a while, if you remember, and would be like subbed out sometimes, and it's just kind of a wild timeline. Seeing how good he is now.
Still got it.
Still got it. Good thing Zero Fix did not commit to that peak.
Oh, Deagle v Mac 10, and somehow it's a Mac 10 at range.
Mac 10s have been crazy for Spirit thus far. I
Yeah.
feel like they've had one in every round.
They do love it. Chopper's like an SMG merchant. I know it was Magic's earlier, but this is just such a go-to gun for Chopper. Do I even need to say Vega Squadron? But he never stopped doing it. B's empty. Passion trying to group mid. They've seen these like 4-man contact mid walks, but it's not today. They grab the Mac 10 and realize this B site is the true test. Double smoke molly down. Spirit essentially cover every position. So bomb plant should solidify this round with no kits. But let's see if they can make it interesting. Good grenade.
Oh, they're running a Donk right now. They're able to isolate him on the reload. Passion, this was just pistols. And they're looking to come out with a round win. Zontix down here in Dark. It's a lot of damage. He's softened them up. Made life a little easier for himself, but out of ammo. 2 kills from Zontix. You'd like to think that's enough. Shiro posted with the AWP, and they've got to bring the fight to him. Nails that first shot. This is going to be close. But Schiller seems to think they've got it. Defuse held, and so Passion looking to have broke through with the pistols as this one goes their way.
Hey, sick round.
That's in spite of it being 4v5 from the get-go. Chopper finds that early kill in mid, but then is punished. They group all over towards spawn. They get past Donk, and from then on in, it gets super awkward for Spirit.
Yeah, that one day to get magics off plant, and Donk just overwhelmed with no cover there behind the pillar. Sick round to steal away for Passion. It gets him back in the game with a full buy and AWP saved as well. That's after Shiro calls the bluff on the stick, knowing they wouldn't have kit. So already doing better than Bait in that Dust 2 game. Let's see if they can keep it up. Oh, B-pop here for Spirit through the smoke. Jambo and Fear up close, hitting their shots. Pistol out, smoke fade. Chopper again with a MAC-10. Could have afforded an AK, didn't need to. They're still going to commit here. Chopper just trying to gain more ground. The AWP doesn't realize. I don't think they know he's out on jail. Shiro's been tagged a lot. Chopper breaks a smoke, but surely not the gun for the job. Surely. No way back for Team Spirit here. Shiro through the smoke, and Chopper gains more space. This is getting really, really scary. This MAC-10 can overwhelm
12
up close.
bullets in the MAC-10 though, but Shiro just keeps finding success. He's so low.
How?
But his rifling has put this one back in check for Spirit. It's left to Jambo. Started the round on that AWP. Tries to duck out of there and put a bit of distance between himself and Chopper.
It's nice, but bomb can be thrown.
Shiro's really surprised me across this entire round, so...
There it is.
Bomb makes it across, lobbed on in. Jambo gonna go for the clear. Does get past Shiro. Chopper's MAC-10 versus the Jambo. Oh, and the no-scope lands. A clutch up, another clutch going the way of Passion UA.
Super well realized what was going on there. Shiro throwing the bomb, he heard it land. The call is in, and he's low, and he realizes he can take that 1v1 via the low rifle while Chopper plants. Relies on the no-scope to beat the MAC-10. It's a good odds battle there. And that's a round that Passion almost completely throw away. A 4v2 where Shiro finds 2 ridiculous picks, one through smoke, and gets Spirit back in that round. Oh, B-rush as well on the CTs.
Might still be on the back foot here in terms of the scoreline, but like these have been legit rounds, and finding this much success on their CT side certainly bodes well for Passion UA. If they're able to break Team Spirit here, suddenly you could be looking at a tie game. And on the CT half of Anubis, that's wild.
Thing is, you can never rest easy, even when Spirit are on an eco, that they're out of the round. But this is all the signs of a spicy map. Chopper deep in middle. They've had this control whenever they want it. Almost for free. Passion rather play heavy on the bomb sites than risk giving picks to riflers in mid. And this is no exception. 3 players pushing A main. Playing retake on the B site. A site Spirit.
The timing on this push, the timing on this push is great. As they managed to get all the way out behind these players down in water. They're going to be here super fast.
Oh, they've heard it.
Oh, Jacasmo damage done. Shiro with the transfer, though.
What a game.
He is looking good as Shiro, and there's the backstab from Chopper on that mid lurk, so well handled. Jambo's AWP. It's been key in these clutches, but a 1v4 as it begins. No scope on a donk to open. Chopper is full flanking. He's like going for the hunt already. Right now, Jambo has a 1v2, but he doesn't know this.
If he did, it's very winnable.
Screw it, why not?
Playing very late. Like, he might try and sneak in last second. I don't think Spirit are going to fall for that, though, surely.
I mean, they're leaving. Bomb's not plotted for Temple either.
Oh, my God.
No
way.
God.
Jambo!
Jambo!
Daylight
You
robbery!
mad lad! They're running in, but they're not going to get there in time! Jambo! Miracles right before their very eyes! Passion UA! I cannot believe it, but they win that round! The Ninja defuse!
Elementary error for Spirit. And a cheeky 1v3 for Jambo.
Oh.
Who's the experienced team now? How the hell are they letting him get away with that? They never heard him leave. They had no indication. And they'd rather preserve their guns than risk to find out.
How are you so calm after doing that?
Because you haven't won yet.
I know, but come on, you just
That's
won
crazy.
the 3 Ninja defuse,
How
man!
he calls a pause as well. Like, guys, don't let that happen again. What a ridiculous round.
Yo, Jambo the GOAT. Jambo the GOAT.
I'm liking this. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. This is a team that beat VP, and whatever you want to say about VP, and it's probably true, still an impressive win for a inexperienced team, and now they're playing with confidence. Now they got pep in their step. Fear with a full send out mid-window. Of course, with that stair smoke, Spirit just decide to respect it. So not much comes of this other than early control, but Fear kind of needs to get back to a bomb site. So he'll abandon ship. Spirit looking like they're playing, I don't want to say scared, but quite static right now. Is there more than meets the eye on this matchup? Yeah. Donk dead. Chopper lurking in middle as well. 2 players here to stop him. Oh, very loud rotating. That's exactly what they want to bait Chopper into the orb. 5v3 in a pivotal gun round to break the money of Spirit. This could be more than 5.
Spirit are worlds apart. Like, you can't meet back up here. You're 3v5. You're saving.
No way.
There's 20 seconds left. Like, what do they even do?
Save.
So they're out of this. Tie game now at 5-all.
And Spirit's stuck in a bit of a whirlwind of buying, because they're saving, they kept guns
the
last
thing that's
round.
really wild is that up until this point, Passion UA's rounds have come down to clutches, right? Have come down to those moments where you're 1vx and you're having to rely on the individuals, but this was not an individual round. You win it cleanly in the head-to-head, so now they finally start to kind of break away in that sense. It's no longer coming down to these heroic moments, crazy ninja defuses, crazy clutches out of Jacasmo and Jambo. Now you win a round heads up, and you're tying this game up with the potential to win it out on the CT side. That's with a 1-5 start. The last 4 rounds in a row going your way. Money now established, so you're not going to get reset down the tail end of this half either.
Now they're playing even more confident as well. They keep going for this B pop. I want to see Spirit just play a bit faster, play with less respect. Don't let them pick you. Jambo just missed that timing on Magic's in middle. He can still catch him, and he does, but Shiro will not allow the trade. Shiro is trying to do this solo. 15-4 on the sniper. But it's the rifle that's got him there. Grouping for an A hit now with Chopper lurking. He's picked up that AWP in middle. It's only Jacasmo on this A site. Overwhelmed, traded out. That's enough for Spirit to get a bomb plant, and Chopper could catch these rotates, but he scopes in mid. Now they know. They know they've got a player late.
Yeah, they know he's going to be out of the picture here. Do they want to hang around to try catch him on this rotate? Or do they pressure the site? Well, they know they've got that 3-on-2. They kind of do both. They send one man into main. Fear, awkward timing there on the wraparound for Chopper, but they don't know about Zero Fix. They don't know that he's already made it into main. And even though Shiro's checking this every now and again, it's still on timing. So that leaves a window where Zero Fix could try and make this first incision. Shiro dead. Donk, can he withstand it? First kill goes his way.
Yeah.
Oh, and the quick flick up on a Bricks as well. Donk's gonna right the course here for Team Spirit. 3 kills from him in the round.
Or if they catch Chopper there like they really should have on that clear from Fear, then Passion UA can speed it up. They can overwhelm Shiro and Donk, but that's still Donk we're talking about. In a post plant, puts on a fantastic hold. Spirit, 6 rounds. Can gawk at a couple of these, but it's too early to call. Donk looking for this entry again.
Jambo's always in the right place. But that one sails past, goes back in, and Donk will punish him.
Again.
Zero Fix trapped in here. Gets the trade at least. They've done well to skirmish for this, but it's the backstab from Shiro that hopes to seal the deal.
Chopper's got a lot of value in mid in this map as well.
Kazmo makes it a crossover here in middle. But Shiro holding on. Should be a safe pair of hands, sitting top of the board for Team Spirit. And the one guy switched on from round 1. Bomb plant in, and they know that Jacasmo's down here in dark. So well played for Shiro there. Closing it on the AWP, swapping out to the rifle, putting in some fantastic rifling work as Shiro. And so narrowly, Team Spirit get away with a victory in this first half. But I don't know if it's going to feel like that to the Team Spirit camp with how they lost the rounds they lost.
Yeah, it can still all just be saved. It could just be run over in this second half, but there were signs of life there for Passion. There was some confident CT aggression, as you'll need to do on Anubis. A cheeky little clutch, or 2, in fact. Jambo, a very well played half. Just lacking output from all 5 players on Passion right now. Fear with some little mistakes. And Spirit can forget all about that ninja defuse if they pick up a pistol and right their wrongs.
Very young team, though. Not afraid to take risks, not afraid to play ballsy.
I mean, this
make
is
some childish gamblinos and give them the Jambo, and let's go. Passion UA, 5 rounds, T-side. Let's see what they give us in the pistol. Saw Donk starting to get a little more activated there down the stretch, rising up alongside Shiro. Spirit are going to need him. They want to keep this one in check.
Do we have an A rush? No, there's a deep smoke towards A, but they're walking up con instead. Oh, it's a decoy. We've been pranked. Spirit haven't. They're about to realize exactly what's going on. It's Magix and Donk in the site. Zero fixing for that entry, and Magic denied. He's put on a good game so far, but Donk is dead, and Magix has to do it all on his own with no support from the temple. Magix finds 2. It's not enough. 2 on 3 in the post plant. Spirit with no kit. They're in trouble.
Fear, that's a dangerous. Crazy swing, man. Like the wildest swing. Did not need to go for it, but really trying to send this one home. You still have Shiro to worry about. And if anything, he's been the big threat. He has been the big danger. Shiro, 2 players down in dark, but quick work made over Schiller. Flick back on a main for Zontix, and Fear's tapped out as well. Jambo needs another clutch.
He's got it.
Around, he's gotten behind them. Shiro saves the day with that check. It's still close on the defuse, but Spirit locking a pistol round here to open up this second half.
Oh, Shiro so clean with the dualies as well. What great combination of util from Team Spirit. That smoke isolates not only the bomb, but cuts off the main player, so Shiro can pick the dark players out. And he reads that Jambo's already crept out into the site as well. Glad to see Zontix get on the stick there. You definitely want those dualies in that close range position where there's no room for error. Can spam forever with those. Very important pistol for Spirit. Passion go for the force after plant. Couple of Glils, couple of Mac 10s. A quicker round perhaps. Spirit who bring the pace this time.
Chopper might love these SMGs, but
Whoa!
really to make it sing there in mid. He's run out by the MAC-10s. Here's more of this aggression, but they're starting to lose players all across the map. Suddenly, Shiro being pushed up here isn't an advantage for Team Spirit. He's going to be stuck out on an island waiting for Schiller, and he can't wait forever. So suddenly that opens up the timing on this backstab. Shiro might end up being more of a problem than an aid to Team Spirit here. He's getting backstabbed. The rest of Spirit moving out through CT. Shiro trying to strike. Oh, God, it's ugly. Dolberez pulled, but there's Schiller with the trade. Magix and Donk, can they make this one happen? It's just Donk left standing, and Jacasmo runs him down. Passion UA with the pistols on a low buy, couple of SMGs, they managed to get it done.
Felt like an in-game leader moment there where you're looking at the minimap. Chopper doesn't even shoot. They walk through the smoke gray screen. He doesn't shoot. That was not delayed reactions. That was distractions for Chopper. He absolutely should have been taking at least one, if not two kills there. And he shoots too late, and Passion just take him down with only damage conceded. It's not enough to close the round. That's a really awkward way to drop the ball for Spirit. Doesn't even shoot. They walk through the smoke gray screen. He doesn't shoot. That was not delayed reactions. That was distractions for Chopper. He absolutely should have been taking at least one, if not two kills there. And he shoots too late, and Passion just take him down with only damage conceded. It's not enough to close the round. That's a really awkward way to drop the ball for Spirit. Condemned to pistols.
This is mad. This is madness. It's the confidence that Passion UA are playing with. How have you made Spirit look like they're the ones who are scared?
I do think this is where, like, you know, the hotel room LAN setup definitely brings benefits to a team this inexperienced on LAN. They can, you know, they're not looking at their opponents. They don't have to think about what they're up against. Seen a couple of weird smokes this game. Missed one in the pistol as well. But it won't affect much unless Donk hits some crazy deke down water. He could. Let's replenish second smoke. I think that's CT's anyway. And Passion creeping a player through mid. He has great flank timing. Jambo has been the guy in this match. And as long as his team don't push too early, he's got the round ready in the palm of his hand. Donk with a nice aggressive play, but it's still Jambo to put the knife in the back. He's absolutely whiffed it. He has absolutely whiffed it. 1 health. They run him down. That is
a sad
so
flank
awkward
for Jambo. Especially after doing so much right in these clutch moments. 2 clutches to his name already. Hasn't crumbled under the pressure. But that there was certainly a case of it. They managed to get the bomb down at least. Jacasmo, though, going to need a lights-out clutch here, and they are all around him. Spirit claps upon that site, and they flush him out. So the response is immediate from Team Spirit. And they get out of the round with a hell of a lot. 2 AKs in play.
Yeah, that's... Oof, that really would have made all the difference there, actually converting on their force.
It really is a shame, because I think it takes away from what otherwise has been a lights-out game from Jambo. Like,
if you lose now...
Pressure's not gotten to you at any point, and then you're on like the round-defining flank. And fires off too soon.
On what feels like the game-defining round. You win a force pipe, and then you lose the weaker weaponry, the 5/7 armor. If Jambo gets even a kill there, and then tucks in... Surely Passion UA, it's their force buy win out, and it's Spirit on eco. It's an even game, and you're on the favored half. If you lose now, 13-6, that's the round you think about. Disaster. Donk just playing as aggressive as ever, pushing through smokes, running at people with a deagle like it's a 5/7. Trying to be as oppressive as possible against these underdogs. This is the youngest team across all of the RMRs, Passion UA. and more than arguably the least experienced as well, when you consider their essentially LAN debut. They played one BO3 in Poland on LAN before this tournament. That's it. Donk tagged by the scout, and he's only 1 of 2 on this B bomb side. The Util's done good damage to Magix as well. Passion UA trying to push the issue, trying to push the smoke. They've done exactly that, finishing the job. Shiro 1 for 1. It's not enough again, as Passion managed to trade their way to a win. Right when you're ready to write them off, they do it with less again.
This is mind-boggling. The resilience on display here, the confidence, everything. Passion UA closing that gap with an instant response. And that's after Spirit get out of the round with what felt like a bounty in that last one, right? You get out of it with 3 guns already bought forward, your money's finally started to kind of level out, you're feeling good about this. And all this is happening as well while Shiro and Donk have, what, 37 kills between the two of them. That's usually enough for a Spirit win right there in its own right.
Yeah, you're up against 3 players in the negatives in single digits.
And like you've been saying on the experience front, this is a super young team. These are guys who got together to play in a Sydney qualifier as Zen and then join this this Passion UA project. When Fear is your most experienced player because he had, you know, like a stint in Na'Vi Junior.
Couple of maps.
Yeah.
On LAN.
2 seasons of the Academy League. But that's it, you know, like that's kind of the exposure you've got.
It's very impressive what they brought to the table in this game so far and against VP as well. Can it keep up? Because we've still got these forces raging on, back and forth battle to maintain the control of the economy. But right now it is so pretty for Passion UA. 4 AKs in the Galil versus the 2 rifles, albeit on Donk and Shiro. What have they got?
Passion UA have been able to get back to that position again where they can break the money and look to level out the playing field here on the T side of Anubis. So suddenly, you know, they could start to feel favored at that point, which is wild. This was also a 5-1 start for Team Spirit on this map. Passion UA slow it right down. Not looking to repeat the same mistakes of last time. The thing that kind of made that last one start to crumble wasn't just the missed opportunity on that flank, but it was the unpreparedness for the Flash B main aggression out of Team Spirit. So they try to make up for that here and now by slowing it down, taking the pace out of it, waiting to see if Spirit make any of these opening moves, knowing that Spirit are working within limitations. Passion UA now going to start to group. They've got this mid control. They're going to up and leave B, and that's where Spirit have the bulk of their players right now. Shiro is the man they're going to have to get past.
Yeah,
21 kills deep. Just leaves the camera angle. Goes back onto it from Fountain, but he's lost Zontix over in main, and Shiro falls immediately. Donk gets there, but only gets out with the 1 kill. And so the late A-Rap in through middle, in through main. They split the site. They deal with both players, unable to accomplish a thing as Shiro and Zontix. And even though Donk is in the right place, he's arriving, you know, milliseconds too late to truly leave an impact. An instant trade comes out.
Yeah.
Passion UA break the money of Team Spirit and now look to tie this game up.
They've had some excellent trading in this T side, right? Like, other than these weird flank rounds and these split up rounds on CT, I mean, trading has looked really, really good. And that is, ironically, experience, at least in playing as a roster online, having these hundreds of maps logged together. They've won and lost so many times this year. They know what it feels like. They know how to maximize their effectiveness. And a slow T-side on Anubis right now is picking up steam as they break Spirit's money once and for all. Barely anything saved. This is 9-9. We just don't know it yet.
Are they just going to go for something grouped here? Because they're all over towards B. Sure, they have Schiller holding on for like A aggression. He's going to listen out for footsteps there, see if he's given anything. They would go walking into this stack, this 4-man lead. And so they blow the smoke open. They see if they are given an early kill, and when they don't get it, now they let up on this B aggression. Having Schiller keeping an eye on that other side of the map leaves your options open at least. He's able to confirm that no one's come pushing through. And you could infer that like him not hearing any noise over here towards main maybe is temptation enough. You know that Spirit don't have a lot to work with in this round. You've heard nothing A side. And so they're going to go over here towards middle, where the pistols will naturally kind of find it harder to find their impact. They're starting to work this dark control now as well. So this feels like a B split starting to take shape for Passion UA.
Spirit, no. Look at the rotate. That's all they had. That's the only weapon in the round. It's Magic's on armor, sure, but unless Donk hits some armorless Deegs, and none of this will matter because Passion have read it. They've rotated round entirely. They've brought that bomb through middle. They hear Zontix panicking through Temple. That's enough of a warning that they've beat the timing on this push. As long as Jabbo doesn't hang around with the bomb, there's no way it can go wrong. He gets a kill, he dips. And Passion UA put that bomb down and lock in 9 rounds.
That's really well pieced together. Really well pieced together. They see Chopper. He's usually the guy floating around over towards mid, also the one helming the ship for Team Spirit. And so when you see him in that B site going for a crazy push, it feels kind of too good to be true. And you think, well, he wouldn't be doing this if they didn't have numbers. They didn't have someone there to trade. And then, as you say, when they hear Zontix running that rotate, the penny drops. And it's like, okay, A is empty. But Donk, tapping on this bomb, wants to try and do some collateral damage at the end here.
It's a nice idea. They're just going for damage, right? No time to stick it. Great damage on the exit.
Get out with 3 kills, yeah.
It's really worth it.
Keep him a little more modest.
I want to see Spirit bring some up the ante, bring some aggression, show some confidence right now in this game, because they've been sitting back on the bomb sites for the most part, and it's firstly hard enough to do that on CT Anubis. It's even harder when Passion UA are playing the way they are. They're not running XX, they're not going for pops. They're playing very slow, they're punishing, they're closing the map down bit by bit, often without even util as well. Just a lot of dry fights. So Spirit might need to play a bit ballsier. Play like the favorite. God knows they have the talent for it. But we've seen them be very relaxed in this CT side. And right now, Passion are just milking out rounds. Some nice calling, right? Some nice late rotates from Fia. But Spirit, this is the time where they have to really lock in. They don't even call it a pause. They know what they want to do. Can they close it? Chopper, re-clearing middle. It's been open all round. Passion start to take it loud.
RMR was devoid of upsets in these opening games. This is one of the bottom-ranked teams. The EUB RMR taking on one of the top-ranked squads.
This B-split is great. They pulled everyone over to middle. They drop window. They're rushing the site. They actually have to rush the Molotov. Desperate times, desperate measures. Spirit out of position. Can the MP9 save them? Magix has been a bit of a rock on this B site, forcing a TK in the mix. 2v2. Spirit's best odds in a minute.
Passion know if they're able to win this, if they're able to dig deep, pick this one up, they do all the groundwork. They lay all the groundwork to try and take the series, but back turned. Zontix secures the freebie. Zero Fix has to do this all alone. Swinging out wide, catches the first, and it's another clutch for Passion UA. This one puts them up in the lead. This one breaks the Spirit economy, and this one teased them up to start moving towards the finish line.
Fear has had some weird moves in this game. He's looked a bit sloppy individually, like right there in that 2v2, but the call is immaculate. They pull everyone over to mid for Spirit, then they run it back and go for a quick B hit, and that Molotov ruins the round for Spirit. They feel desperate, like they have to push through it. Two players get burnt up in the Molotov. And Passion UA defeat yet another rifle round from one of the world's best teams. They are up in the lead. Magic's giving Donk a hero M4, just desperately requesting a round win.
This is so unprecedented. Passion UA, there was nothing coming into this that could have spoke to this level of success, but here they are, up in the lead.
They started so slow. They were 5-1 down, yeah. Then off the back of a bunch of retakes.
Half of the rounds they have come down to clutches.
Wow. Okay, smokes are good. Will Passion... Oh my god, Zontex, he looks away. He checks mid, Donk swings off. It's a disaster in the site for Spirit. Again, the cracks show. And they grow. Passion, another round. Lock it in. You could throw a couple P250s in the mix here, Spirit. You're not winning this. M4 Heaven dropped from Donk, but maybe you just save it. This is desperation. And Passion aren't giving them an inch right now. Just don't need to. Unlosable. Molly on the bomb. Save that M4. We won the round. 11-9 now. This is going to be, without a doubt, the biggest win of all 5 players' career in Counter-Strike, if they can close it. And you can never be certain as the underdog in this situation, but everything speaks to it. They have played a phenomenal T-side. They've had some incredible clutches. They have made Spirit look silly, look scared. And now one rifle round feels like it decides the outcome.
Yeah, this round decides everything. Team Spirit need this, just have the chance to start battling back. If they lose this round, going all in, they are broken up against 12. Passion UA, keep it low and slow to open up.
This is such a
They're starting to creep through the smoke. Shiro
Crazy.
scoped in, but they're already through. They're here. First shot connects. Shiro dancing around. Does set up Magic's. That MP9 sings back to the site, but now it is just Shiro. Got support moving in from Chopper. For now, he's locked out by the Molotovs. Shiro runs the risk of getting spammed. Gotta take some risks here, though, and that nade wrecks him. Chopper dead as well. Jacasmo, quick work made. It's all left onto Zontix. 1v3, Passion UA, if they can find him, they have done all the work to tee themselves up for this upset win, and there's that Jambo AWP.
What a call to make. What an insanely risky, ballsy, confident move. They walk 4 players through a lurk smoke on B at the start of the round into a triple stack of some of the best players from the region. And they make it look easy.
This is the second highest ranked team in this group at the RMR in Team Spirit. Taking on one of the bottom ranked teams of Passion UA. The experience does not line up. The results do not line up. But Passion UA have played their hearts out. They have won this in clutches. They have had clean trading. They might not match the heights of the Spirit individuals, but the floor has been far higher. Spirit now, this is one of the worst losses they would have faced. And after starting so strong, dropping 1 round in Spirit's opening game, to then go on to fall to Passion UA, who would be 2-0. after day one at the RMR.
Yeah.
With 3 chances to make it to the major. Crazy.
You can absolutely tell the Spirit have been playing scared in some of these rounds. They have been shell-shocked in this series. Even strong starts from Shiro and Donk have disappeared with time. Spirit don't know where to go. The calling has been immaculate on this T side. The fakery, the last-minute changes. Again, Spirit lost in the dark. That's a great smoke for Zontix. That frees him up to go help middle, and that's where the majority of Passion are pushing through. But Chopper needs something here. He cannot be a liability in this round, hiding out in the smoke. They walk right by him. Chopper with a spray, still gets a kill. 20 seconds for Passion UA to make this dream a reality.
Only one man stands between them and this A site. It's Zontix. And if they're able to overwhelm him here, they're onto a winner. Jambo, Jacasmo punctuate the scoreboard. Shiro in with the backstab.
Oh.
Crazy flick down. It's
Donk.
him and Donk, the 2 top performers. 43 kills deep, trying to keep Spirit in this. Donk and Shiro will keep them in it for one more round.
Oh my god, it's a roller coaster. We've seen them in 2vx. He's been unable to close, but when it's all on the line, finally, you get to see what we've been waiting for from Donk and Shiro. Beautiful flick for Shiro. And just enough, just about, staying in this map, trying to drag Team Spirit to overtime.
I'm so lost for words. The fact that you have Shiro and Donk at 45 kills between the 2 of them, and you're losing. You are fighting to survive. Passion UA still in with chances to get this one over the line, but this is the best chance they're going to have.
Yeah.
If they lose this, their money bottoms out. Suddenly we're looking at overtime. Jambo holds the long line down here in middle. That all itching to get involved early.
Boost is nice, but no one's going to give him an inch, right? Oh, he saw something. Now they know the orb's in. Zontix in a good position to catch a kill. Fear will not risk trading. He struggled. He wants nothing to do with this. He wants the orb to ruin instead. But he already fired off. They knew exactly where Jambo sat.
Oh,
good damage through the smoke.
A lot of damage.
Zontix has done nearly 300 damage in this round. Emboldened now. Spirit.
In the wildest of ways, you could justify saving.
Yeah?
I don't know if they're going to. Like, they've played balls to the wall Counter-Strike this entire game, but you very much could justify the save here.
Oh, I don't think you're too far off, Harry. They're very hesitant
Well,
right
because
now.
their money's gone. Like, the next round would essentially be over. You're playing it with Tech9. So
Yeah.
the save is not far from the worst decision. And if anything, I think it would speak to your confidence a little bit more, not looking for a desperate 4v5, instead wanting to take it on your terms in the next round with the full buy. And so they will just save.
That is cool.
They cast their net out over towards middle. They don't get the results they were looking for. Zontix is able to withstand it, and so Passion UA commit to the save.
Yeah, it may look silly, but like with the context, with everything going on, with a huge streak of rounds, with their reliable rifle rounds on this T side, this is absolutely the right call for Passion UA. The big risk is this. Zontix realizing he's done damage. He can absolutely ruin them right now, especially with kills after time, but not even that needed. Zontix should swing this at the end, I think. But a bit of reserved gameplay for Spirit, yeah. It doesn't make. I mean, he could afford to buy next. That's honestly, I think, a wasted opportunity to ruin Passion's economy.
That feels
Spirit
like,
is scared.
Yeah,
Spirit is
I
scared.
can't believe
Spirit
they didn't
don't
fight them. Like, that can win you the game right there.
Spirit don't want to choke this game. It's been so apparent in how they've been playing.
Oh my god, they let them all get out. So now it's essentially that full buy again for Passion UA. This is it. It's a one-round game. This is the chance. Spirit either drag us into overtime, kicking and screaming, or Passion UA pull off the heist of a lifetime.
The youngest team in the entire RMR across every region. And right now, giving it to Team Spirit. Can they finish the job? Or will it be a question of what if, what could have been? After a monstrous T-side campaign, they go contact this time earlier to camera. Smoke down. Chopper coming in. Donk by his side. Maybe they just swing together. But there's a lot of rifles here in middle. Fear finds the first. Huge impact kill. Donk trades, gets out.
I mean, this is a level of composure Passion UA have not had to show before.
Donk smoked. Does he respect it?
He's coming through by the looks. Oh, toyed with the idea, but Donk does not commit. Donk does not commit to that. Zontix, he's been a nuisance. He has really been a driving force in these last couple of rounds, and Zontix, this one's no exception.
Everyone pulls back. There's a call for Chopper and Dead. Everyone pull back, play safer, maybe stack a sight.
So low on this orb.
It's only Zontix, rather.
Has to hit this first shot. One opportunity for Zontix here to keep this round in check, and oh, he's nearly caught Jambo, but now they know he's in heaven. Jambo, quick flick onto Shiro back in middle. There's Schiller with the trade. Zontix flushed out, 2v2 here. Magix and Donk, the ones left in it. Plant secured. Donk on a big wrap all the way in through main. Last scene over in middle. Are they ready for this? Time to get set up for Passion UA. This is where your heart's racing. Hands are trembling. Can they steady the aim? Yes, they can. It's just Magix. Passion UA might be about to do it. Double swung. And Passion UA with the most shocking upset of the RMR so far. Take out Team Spirit. 2-0 for Passion UA. And Spirit sent packing in regulation, a monumental win as the youngest